Hey yo, welcome to the State Road Show. So today I want to talk about how hustling leads to getting caught and leads to you telling on everybody basically in the whole jail. But before I do that, if you like the videos I'm pushing out, please hit the subscribe button. Also, channel memberships are up. Shout out to all my channel members, man. I appreciate you guys. Now let's ride on this. Now, when I was locked up at this certain place, there was a dude that called himself and had everybody calling him Hustle Man. Called him Hustle for short. Now, this dude was pretty annoying. He would walk up and down the block all day long when he wasn't at work, saying, hustle on the gate, which means if you have a move that needs to be made and we're locked in our cell at that particular time, he'll get it done for you, whether on the block or off the block. Now, the reason he could get off the block, he had legs, as we called it, which means you could get anywhere in the jail at any time. He was a counselor runner, which means if you had to see the counselor, he would come to each block with a bunch of slips for everybody that needed to see the counselor that day, pass them off to the guard, or a lot of times the guards were so lazy that they had Hustle bring the slip to that person's cell themselves, which happened most of the time, which is how Hustle got most of his stuff off. So one day, this dude makes a deal with Hustle that he's gonna bring some weed to another block for a certain percentage, whatever they worked out. It happened like that a lot. I mean, nothing in there is for free. Nobody's doing anybody favors on the strength unless you're really boys like that. But this dude Hustle didn't have many friends. Like I said, he was annoying. A lot of people didn't like him. But there was no doubt the benefit that, he could provide by you being cool with him and doing business with him. So he makes up a deal with this dude, certain percentages. I don't know what the percentages were. Off he goes. Some kind of weed deal. So dude leaves the block, Hustle, goes off the block. All day passed. Now, he's finished that work. Now, he would bring everything back, the commissary, the money, the trade-off, whatever it was when he was done work. When his legs ran out and he couldn't get on any more blocks when he was done work. He would settle up. Well, he's supposed to be done work at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock count even comes and he's not back. So dude's snapping. Well, it's not much. It's just, a petty amount of weed. So he's waiting on Hustle Man. He's, oh man, what the fuck? He get caught up with it, this and that. Everybody's thinking Hustle got caught up with it. So Hustle comes back to the block 3 days later, talking about, yeah, man, they ran down on me, caught up your shit, this and that. I was in the hole. People are like, damn, bro, how the fuck you get out of that? Now, first of all, when you go to the hole, it takes almost a week for you to even get a hearing. Because there's so many people in the hole. There's so many incidents. There's so much shit going down that you can't even really get a hearing until almost a week. But you spent 3 days in the hole and got sent right back? Well, his answer to that was, yeah, they piss tested me, this and that. It came back negative, and they gave me a warning. Now, this is back when weed was illegal. Like, I don't know how it is now since weed has been legal because I haven't been locked up, but having weed in an institution, I don't believe is ever legal, even if it's legal on the street, because you can't have tobacco in these institutions. It's just impossible. So after this time period, certain people start getting knocked off. Now, there was about, I'd say from 6, 8 to 10 people maybe had stuff on the block, and they were making moves. They were killing it. Like they had contraband for sale, and they were making certain moves. Now it seems like one by one by one by one over a certain amount of weeks, I believe it was 2 weeks, like 6 dudes get knocked off just out of nowhere, solo shakedowns. Like I told you in other videos, that's when they come to the block and single out your cell. come to your cell when we're locked down. And if you're not keen enough to hear them, they're gonna blitz you, and your shit is where it is. If you don't have it in a good hiding spot, you're bang, you're off. Now there was this one dude, everybody called him Keith. There was this one dude, Keith, who pretty much ran the block. He had the most shit on the block. Not really ran the block as far as being a tough guy or anything like that, but he ran the block as far as having the most contraband. He had the most contraband. He had things on lock. So, and he was smart. He didn't like hustle. Didn't really deal with hustle unless he had to deal with hustle. So one day, hustle goes off the block to work and things like that. He comes back with a deal for the dude from somebody on D1. Now, we were on F2 at the time. It comes back, yo, bro, on D1 wants this, Dude's like, man, I ain't making any moves. I don't know what's going on right now. A bunch of people just got knocked off. I ain't making any moves. It ain't there. Hustle's like, all right. Keeps it moving. Approaches him the day after next. Keeps approaching him. Yo, man, dude over here said, oh, up the price, this and that. What do you want for it? There's a drought over there. Nah, man, like I said, bro, like, it ain't there. Like, wait until visiting day. Now, visiting days were Tuesdays and Thursdays. You get visits, and it was contact visits, so things came in all the time. So finally, dude comes on Thursday. Hustle comes to dude, yo, what's up, man? This dude keeps bugging me. So the dude asked him, like, yo, bro, you getting a part of this or something? Like, because this dude on D1 wants something, that don't mean you come to me 100 times. Like, you come to me 100 times, bro. Nah, man, I'm making a percentage off of this shit. Like I said, he would make a percentage on both sides. Like, as annoying as he was great at what he did because he didn't have no family on the street. He didn't get nothing in, He had his little job, but that paid him probably like $20 a month. So, he did real good for himself. So he's like, yeah, man, I'm getting a percentage off of it, blah, blah, blah. So dude does it. Bang, gives it to him. Hustle comes back when he's done from work, gives him all the commissary. Boom, it's cool. So he comes back at 3 o'clock. They make the deal. We go down for 6 o'clock count. We go down for count. Dude gets blitzed. The head dude, the dude that had the most shit. It's like, damn, what the fuck? Now, Hustle got a target on his back. Hustle got a target. Sorry, my mic went out. Hustle got a target on his back. Like, he's got to answer some questions now. Like, because that's a little too convenient. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible that it's a coincidence. And dude was just on, other people's radars. Because there was snitches on the block. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people putting in grievance slips. Just hating. Like, if they wanted to get high and dude wasn't giving them nothing. And, they wanted this and dude wasn't messing with them because they had no money. You catch a lot of hate like that. So everybody's looking at Hustle like, man, I don't know about Hustle, this and that. So what happens is they blitz the dude. So Hustle gave this man a couple marked pieces of commissary. They were marked in the corner. Like I remember hearing about tuna fish. We get it in a pouch. It's not in a can or nothing like that because we can make a knife out of the top, of course. It's dangerous. So it comes in a pouch. So there was a red marking on the corner of these tunas. So they come in, blitz them. They find the shit. They find the commissary that was marked. Dude didn't notice the mark because there was so much commissary, he didn't go through it. He just threw it under his bed or in his commissary box or whatever. So this dude goes to the hole. Now, nobody's messing with Hustle. Like, the guards see what's going on and this and that. We had this one guard on named Miss Simmons. Now, she was Beanie Siegel's baby mother. Now, she was cool as hell. Good-looking guard, too. Now, she was more of a street-type cop. Like, she came from the streets. She's Bean's baby mom. You know how Beanie Siegel was as far as the law and shit like that. It's just a job to her. So she starts getting suspicious about Hustle and pulls up his information. Turns out Hustle has $4,500 on his books. Now the people that mess with her, that hang at the desk and this and that, because she was cool. She was cool with all of us. She shows them, yo, you see how much money this dude got on his books? Have you ever seen him go to commissary? Have you ever seen him on the phone? Nah. He's been here this amount of time, working this job. There's no way in hell he got this much money on his books. So what's happening is the jail is putting money on Hustle's books to be an informant. I mean, he knocked off 6 dudes from this block because he got to deal with them because he got caught that one time with that weed. So now he has to inform. He might have been informant before that with all that money he had on his books. He probably was. So he was making his money on the side while doing everybody dirty. So what happens is Hustle gets caught on another run that he didn't report to the jail, to the higher ups, whoever's putting money on his books, whoever's keeping him out of the hole. So Hustle winds up going to the hole. Hustle winds up going to the hole with the dudes that he put in the hole. So now, like everybody says, word gets around the jail. Everybody knows how much money he got on his books. He's getting questioned by people before he got knocked off. Yo, you got so much money on your books. Damn, bro, you're balling. Like, you got it like that. Let me hold some. Just saying shit to him, like, to try to get information out of him. He'd be like, man, get the fuck out of here. This and that. Like, trying to play it off, but people are for real. So he goes to the hole making a move that he didn't sanction with the jail. Like I said, now he's in the hole with all these dudes. Now, when you're in the hole, you go into these 8x10 cages that are outside because there's no yard for the hole. You go into these cages, and you could be in the cage with up to 6 dudes. Does the jail give a fuck enough to separate you from dudes you snitched on? No. So these dudes are in the hole on the gate. Yo, Hustle, I'ma fuck you up. Yo, Hustle, when the gates crack, when I get my hands on you, like, you better get out of the jail. You better talk to whoever you've been dealing with to get you out of this jail. You're no good in this jail no more. You're going to get touched. Hustle's quiet as a church mouse back there. So one day, they go to the yard. Now, you can only last so long in the hole without going to the yard. I'm telling you, you need that air. You need that sunlight. You need this and that. So he tells the cops, can you give me a solo cage? His cellie at the time was telling us all this information after he got out of the hole. Yo, can you give me that solo cage on the end? So the guard's ignoring him. You want to go outside or not? Yeah, man, I'll go outside. So he goes outside, and it's by cell to what cage you get into. Hustle didn't know what cell these dudes was in, but you could tell by, the hearing distance where they're at. So anyway, they go outside one day, and Hustle ends up in the cage with 2 of the dudes that went to the hole behind getting blitzed. Now, they don't know for a fact it was him, but just because all this shit came to light, it was you. Even if it wasn't you, it was you type situation. But that turned into Hustle getting his ass whooped in that cell, in that outside cell. Code going off. SHU, the shoe, guards needed at the shoe. Hustle got fucked up in the shoe. Transferred him to PC. Did the rest of his whole time in PC all beat up because he didn't want to do a little stretch for getting caught for a little bit of weed. So he wound up taking 7 dudes actually with the main dude, 7 dudes down. And you think you ain't never going to see them dudes again. You are. So, like, I try to leave you with a moral, man, of every story. Like, if you ever, God forbid, end up in that situation, don't try to do too much. Don't try to deal with too many people. You know what I'm saying? If you can make a quick couple hours because you need to, you got no support on the street, just be careful. If you agree to jump into a transaction, hold up your end of the deal. Something goes wrong, yeah, that's mine. Take it on the chin. Don't do what Hustle did. And don't get into too much. But anyway, Like the video if you like the video. I thank everybody that subscribed to my channel so far. I really do. I appreciate you guys. I really do from the bottom of my heart. Subscribe if you want to become a part of the State Roadshow community. I feel a lot better now. I'll be uploading more frequently. The last 5-6 days, man, have been a nightmare. You know, that COVID had me feeling a certain type of way. Until next time, it's Kenzo State Roadshow. Remember, it's cuffing season. Don't give them no fucking reason. I'm out. I'd like to thank Desrion Rudolph, Lily, John Walker, Betsy Lou, and Ash Che. Thank you for being part of the membership. Kenzo, out.